Okay, here's another download from Spirit that's kind of coming through today. And it's interesting because I'm realizing that they're starting to I get the message in different ways. Sometimes it's like through mind, but it's through a lot of like feeling as well. And this one's definitely through feeling. So there can be this time in which when we jump and when we go into a new direction, or when we take a big leap, or when we, you know, do what our intuition is telling us to do. And then there's this period of void where it becomes super uncomfortable because it's space. And as human beings, we don't like space. Space makes us scared. Space worries us. Space is uncomfortable because in that space, we feel like things are not going to go the way that we want them to. We start to spiral. And the point of that space is to create room for the new things to come in. However, our minds, they want to protect us, right? So that's our ego. That's our mind can only rationalize what's already been. So the way it protects us while it's in that space is saying, okay, you need to go backwards now. You're not safe because you're in a place that you don't know. That's not comfortable to you. So the rational choice here would be to go backwards to what you've already done before. That will create safety. That will make you comfortable. A good example of this is like when you leave to go away to school. I remember this when I was going away to college, and I was super uncomfortable, like especially that first year, right? Because it's so new. You're living away from home. You don't know what you're doing. And you're meeting all these new people and you're learning, and it's very overwhelming. It can be. It's exciting, but it's overwhelming. And one of the things that I remember I did for like the first month, I just kept wanting to go back home. I went back home every single weekend. And I know this happens to a lot of people, but every weekend I would go back home. Same thing when I left Whistler to come to Vancouver. I would always go back to Whistler because that's where my friends were. That's where I knew who I could be. That's where I was like safe. I had comfort there. And I realized that I had to stop doing that if I was ever going to fully live my new life. I needed to stop going back all the time. You can still go and do those things, but I needed to switch the people. I needed to find new friends. I needed to go for walks in the neighborhood. I needed to reorient myself in the new life to find some comfortability there, to start to tell my brain it's okay. Like, this is my new life. This is where I want to be. And it's going through that. And first being in that space of like, okay, I need to orient myself here. I really need to like let everything sink in and be in the void, and understand that that void is also a little testing period to see, are you going to go back, or are you going to stay and trust yourself and trust God, trust the universe, trust spirit, that you made the right choice, that you leaped when you needed to, that the space in between is just a place where you're getting ready, you're creating space for this new to come in. So that's kind of the message here, is like, you've already come this far. You can turn around if you want to, but did over here get you to where you want to go? If the answer is no, then the only actual answer here is to move towards that unknown, to be in the void, to create the space. You've come this far. Don't turn around now.